Hello everyone, number 20 out of the 100 lives challenge. We're at 20%. Woohoo! I'm very excited about that. I really am. I really am because my goal with those lives was first of all to break the habit of procrastination. I struggle with being consistent, and being consistent for me, I found out that I need some sort of reason why I need to be consistent. Um, and I found that I was procrastinating a lot, playing online games or stuff like that. Um, and being consistent, and the reason for being consistent is a new way of looking at things for me. I know that in the past, and I'm talking about me being 3 years old and that stuff. Let me close the window for a second. I always had the idea that I needed the validation of someone else, of my parents, my father, to be precise, and later on from the teachers that I had or someone else. So I found that I was procrastinating a lot, so not being consistent a lot, because as a business owner, you have no one saying, do this now or do this now, and who is setting the deadlines for you in the school system. Someone else says, okay, this is what you need to learn and this is the exam, right? And you're going. And then there's no problem with me. As soon as I have a goal, I'm running. Or walking fast, whatever. But as a business owner, you don't have that person. So for me, I found that I was starting to do other things that pop in my mind, right? I have a creative mind, as many business owners do. A lot of things going on, 5, 6 different types of projects, right? So where do you spend your time? Sometimes it's so overwhelming that you need to calm your brains down. So that's what I did. I turned to online gaming, which is not the ideal way to grow your business. So the goal for me is not being consistent enough. The goal for me should be, how can I create some sort of a discipline for myself to do things every day to move your business forward. And I know that a lot of people are now going to say, yeah, but you need to focus on your why. I get it. I understand that that is important. I really do. And I do know that if you have your intention or your why clear, then at least you know why you're doing that, right? But for people who have a business as a side hustle, like I am, there is no big why. The only thing that I have is a dream that's been haunting me for 8 years and that needs to get out of my brain and get to be realized. That's the only thing. But there is no time limit in it. And I can set my deadlines, sure. But I in the past, I always broke them because it doesn't mean anything. A deadline that I said, um, there is no consequence. How do I say that? How do I say there is no necessity, right? If I need to pay, a fee to someone and my bank account gets dropped, then I need to make sure that money comes in, and then money needs to come in fast. Otherwise, I do not eat. That's necessity, right? Uh, Tony Robbins always said, it needs to move from I should do this to I must do this. And for me, the must part, because my business is a side hustle and not my main source of income, I have 3 other part-time jobs. So you can say, oh, well, I'll get rid of the 3 then and focus on the business. Yeah, I get that. I get that. But it's not what I choose, because those 3 side hustles represent parts of me, right? The singing represents me as my totally inner child, my totally authentic me. That's that's not me in the business. And fitness instructor, you know, I do that because why should I pay for a workout, for a subscription, if I can get paid for it and get myself in shape along the way? Yeah, it's just a matter of how you look at it. And Airbnb superhost that I am, I'm not the type of person that travels the world. The world travels to my location, and it's a very good location, good running location, and I meet other people. So I'm not a hermit, getting all just me in my room, but I meet people, and I talk about things that are going on in the world. So those three things represent something for me. So I'm not going to let that go. So that means that my business, which is 3 part-time jobs and a new business, my business of helping people overcome stage fright isn't, as far as I look at it now, will be a side hustle, which for me means there is no real necessity, because I can pay for my food. I can pay for my electricity bill, because that's covered in the other 3 jobs. So, having said that, that idea that I have still needs to get out. So how do I do that? That's the question that I need to figure out right now. How do I do that? How can I get something that's inside my head, just get it out there, get it done, throw it into the world, and then see what happens? That's a hope and pray. And I know that's not a foundation for a real business, but I don't know what to do next at the moment. It needs to get out. So it's going to happen anyway this year, and hopefully soon. No, I will make it soon. Otherwise, it's just keep on haunting me. So I need to find somehow some sort of discipline to do that. And for me, these 100 lives is a commitment that I made with myself. It's the first commitment that I intend to keep, because I am giving value. I know that I am giving value. These are the things that I'm telling you in these videos, are the things that help me as a shy introvert to be able to stand in front of groups and talk to a lot of people. So I know that these are the value is there. That's not the problem. What I need to focus on, I think, is the discipline to do them. We're on day 20. So far, I have had 4 days where I could not make it a video that day, but the next day I made 2, so all videos are still there. However, on the discipline level, I think about a certain time that I can go online and make sure that that time works, something like that. I'm not sure yet how to work on that discipline, but that's the part where I am. I am moving away from consistency, focusing on being consistent, to how can I get myself to be more disciplined of doing that. I also found something, just as a side note, something unexpected. Shall I do a different video about it? I'm going to do a different video about that. Haha, cliffhanger. All right. So these are my thoughts for today. Not really a tip, but maybe you can recognize yourself in the line of thinking that I have. If you have any tips for me, how to be more disciplined, how to be more, that I keep my own promises, let me know. Let me know. I'm curious. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.